This is Dolynny TV, ladies and gentlemen. Woo! Down to the wire. And the Edmonton Oilers pull out a 4-3 regulation victory over top of the Winnipeg Jets. Usually when you're talking about down to the wire, you're talking the shootout or overtime or something crazy. How about .4 seconds left on the clock? And oh my goodness, the power play doesn't pull through, but you better believe it that Leon Draisaitl pulls through for the Edmonton Oilers tonight. And you talk about a game the Oilers absolutely needed to win. Well, you know what? Everybody's always critical of this team. It only takes Draisaitl and McDavid to win games. Problem is, we haven't done enough of that this year. Guess what? Draisaitl, McDavid, couple of pretty key performances from some other guys come up clutch, and the Edmonton Oilers win 4-3. Oh, don't forget, another stellar game out of Mikko Koskinen to boot. But ladies and gentlemen, whoo, she was looking pretty ugly as soon as those Jets took a 3-2 lead with 6 minutes to go in regulation. The Oilers had blown the lead, had worked so hard for in that second period, and my goodness, disaster had hit town, and it was game over. Except at Bell MTS Place in Winnipeg, where the Edmonton Oilers knew exactly what they had to do, is go to work and get the job done. Yes, a late power play comes up clutch, but you can check that marker again to end regulation. It is not a power play goal. It had expired just seconds before, literally like 2 seconds before, and Connor McDavid picks up his 6th assist of the season to Leon Draisaitl, who picks up his 3rd goal of the season. Darnell Nurse, by the way, also getting an assist, the new power play quarterback for the Oilers, and looking mighty dang good doing it, might I add. And guess what? 1959-6 gone in that third period, and the Oilers score just in time to win this one in what was a Wild West kind of down to the wire shootout here between the Jets and the Oilers. Maybe not that big scoring shootout, but my goodness, that third period, let me tell you, it saw a lot of action that you or I might not have expected out of what was a pretty good effort out of the Oilers in that second period. So with that, let's break it down, because you know what, that first period, again, an ugly period for the Oilers. Not exactly at all engaged, looking aware, looking anything. The Adam Lowry goal, we don't even want to talk about that too much, right? That was another one of those ugly plays by Larson that goes up and in back in the net, and away it goes. And I will touch on this because I'm all happy and excited right off the bat. Don't think for a second I don't think Adam Larson needs a game or two break. The guy just seems lost out there right now. That is how we'll summarize the first period of action between the Jets and Oilers. Adam Larson completely lost 7 games into the season. Now, period number 2, 21 seconds in, an absolute work by Jesse Puljujärvi, Connor McDavid, and Ryan Nugent-Hopkins to get Nuge his 3rd goal of the season. You love to see it. McDavid racks up first assist of the game, 1 of 3 on the night, before ultimately getting the winner on that Leon Draisaitl goal. Now, Kyle Turris, why is this important? I tweeted earlier today that, you know what, the boys just have to support Turris better, give him a better chance to score goals, and he will. Well, you're not going to get a much better look than Mr. Kyle Turris got today to score his first of the season, and thank goodness he scored it, because we desperately needed that goal. Trust me, if we hadn't had that going into that third period, it could have been a really dangerous time against the Jets, who pushed back hard in that third period. It was Nikolai Ehlers, Blake Wheeler then on the power play, scoring goals to make it 2-2, then 3-2. But you know what, Dave Tippett, to his credit, he's been scared to load it up with Leon, Nuge, Yamo, everybody's crying for it. How about this? McDavid, Draisaitl, Yamamoto, bing, bang, boom, back in the net. Draisaitl, a heck of an effort after a good keep-in at the point by, I believe, Slater Cuckoo. Draisaitl goes down to the ice, makes the play to McDavid, who feeds it cross crease, backdoor, tippity-tap goal by Kyler Yamamoto, his 3rd of the season, and you better believe that tied up the game for the Oilers. And then all of a sudden, Jesse Puljujärvi, who went to work all night. Absolutely everything Jesse Puljujärvi did tonight was good work for the Oilers. Draws a penalty with like 2:03 to go in the third period. And you know what? That pays off big dividends for the Edmonton Oilers because they get to work on that power play, keep the puck going. And I mean, I can't imagine. We'll check the ice time for Connor McDavid here in a moment. But Connor's out there that entire time. Draisaitl working. You've got Nuge working. And then, of course, Jesse Puljujärvi gets out there for the last little bit. And he's on the ice. Another option. Had Draisaitl not touched that puck, it would have been Jesse Puljujärvi, or it would have been Puljujärvi on the rebound if there would have been more time on the clock. He would have banged home the game-winning goal. However, it's Leon Draisaitl that puts it home. Connor McDavid, that's goal. Well, he gets assist number 6, and Darnell Nurse his second assist of the season on Leon Draisaitl's third goal. The Oilers' fourth goal with 0.4 seconds to go, and you better believe that is the game winner. My goodness, this is exactly what the doctor ordered. Again, I'm going to quote something that the Toronto Maple Leafs were right happy to tell all their media, and I hope to goodness that Oilers media eats up the lines from the Oilers tonight just as much as Toronto sports media ate up the lines from the Leafs. Because I'm going to tell you, the Leafs are like, well, it wasn't pretty, but it was 2 points. And everyone's like, oh, hey, that's the attitude to have. Well, I'm sorry, if nobody has that attitude after tonight's game the way this one went, you are sorely mistaken on how you should be calculating good wins versus bad wins in hockey, because guess what? 2 points in regulation is 2 points, and guess what? No matter how that win comes, it is a good win. And tonight, as ugly as it was in the first and third period, is a good win, as good a win as any the Edmonton Oilers are going to get this season. Clutch up, get it done, bang up shop, and away the Oilers go with 2 points in the first game against the Winnipeg Jets. And may, oh my, does that feel good. Mikko Koskinen now improves his record to 3-4 on the season, turns in a .921 save percentage. Laurent Brossoit, not that bad, .895. And you want to talk about that ice time for Captain Connor McDavid down the stretch, just a workhorse. 23 minutes and 24 seconds time on ice. By the way, Darnell Nurse logging just merely 17 seconds more on the ice in that game. Devon Shore saw pretty much no ice time. Tyler Ennis saw nothing. Josh Archibald saw nothing. But why is that? Because the Oilers weren't out there killing penalties too much tonight, taking a total of 2 penalty calls against the too many men, the tripping on Darnell Nurse, which we got scored on pretty quickly right after only a minute of penalty kill time there. So the Oilers on the penalty kill for all of 3 minutes tonight. And guess what? We got a lot of guys that can go out there and do that penalty kill job. And my goodness, my friends, does it ever feel good to come away on a Saturday night with a big old victory here against the Winnipeg Jets. Mikko Koskinen, huge. But before I go, I've got about another 2 minutes for you on the fact of, we've talked Jesse Puljujärvi. I don't need to explain it anymore. If I do, I'll do a whole video on it, because Finland loves me when I do a Puljujärvi video. I promise you that. I have not learned that from doing this for that long. But Zach Kassian. A moment on Zach Kassian, if I may. A guy who has had a fantastic game tonight. Comes in, gets an assist on that Kyle Turris goal. A beautiful pass to set up that beautiful shot from Turris. That's number 1. Number 2 is the attitude coming into the game. Yes, did he look fully interested? No. But did he look the most interested he has all year? Absolutely. There were moments in this game where Zach Kassian was giving us mad flashbacks to that serious run he had with McDavid last season. So it is fantastic to see Leon Draisaitl, of course, score the game winner, but also to see the evolution of Puljujärvi into a top-line player. See the response by Kassian. See another great game, a .921 save percentage game out of Mikko Koskinen. See the defense bend but not break. Yeah, you know what? That's a bad goal to give up. That off-the-skate goal for Chris Russell, right? That's back of the net. That hurts the soul. That is not fun to watch as an Oilers fan. But guess what? We got past it. We clutched up and got the job done. It's as ugly a win as you're going to get, but it's also as good of a win as you're going to get if you're the Edmonton Oilers. And my friends, I'm yelling in your ears tonight. I hope you've got me on the TV as opposed to the earbuds tonight. But take your night easy. Enjoy this victory. We'll get back to action tomorrow, and we'll talk all about it. I'm Tyson. This is Dolynny TV. Thank you so much for tuning in this evening. I am up on out of here.